Hello, everyone. Thank you very much for joining the Run Your Day podcast. As always, my name is Dan Hafner. Welcome to the show today. Today's topic is this: being different and weird. Thank you very much for joining. Sit back, relax, and enjoy today's show.
Welcome to the Run Your Day podcast, where our goal is to expand your focus and perspective on life. This is your daily dose of motivation, mindfulness, and so much more. And now, here to help you take your day back, your host, Dan Hafner.
All right. So today's topic: being different and weird. Huh. I could talk all day about this topic. Let me tell you what. I am one of the weirdest people that I've ever had the pleasure of knowing. I am pretty different, I would say, but in the weird department, I've got it covered for sure. So inside of the theme of the week of the X Factor, being different and weird was an episode that I really wanted to talk a little bit about this concept of individuality and identifying what you are actually different at. To start this topic, you have to remember that there is nothing wrong with you the way that you are. If you are into other different things that not a lot of people are into, whether you like to do different activities that not a lot of people like to do, sometimes we can get inside of our own minds and think that the way that we do things or the way that we even perceive ourselves is different from a lot of people. But there are so many people in this world, and you have to realize that those are just stories that are in your head. Those are stories that you tell yourself that are likely not true. There is nothing wrong with the way that you are, the way that you do things. The way that you do things is perfectly imperfect. Perfectly imperfect. I like that term. One thing that I'm reminded of in this episode also is a quote from one of my really good friends. He was the best man at my wedding, and he always said this quote, and it was, "If you're not weird, you're not normal." And I always got a kick out of this one because it's so true. It everyone in this world is weird at some level or another. So if you're not weird, you're probably not normal. You're just boring, really. And if everything was the same, if everybody was the same in this world, how boring would that really be? Like that's the reason why different things have been achieved in this world. The internet exists. Why people have walked on the moon. There were people at one point that thought of something that was so audacious and so crazy at the time, but they believed in their idea, and they knew it was different. They knew it was weird to a lot of people. It was foreign to a lot of people, but they stuck with it. They said, "Nope, I don't care what you have to say or what you're going to think about this. I'm going to do this regardless." The other opinions of outsiders, of those outside of your circle of influence, should not matter. They should not hold sway over anything that you do or anything that you think, really. So, being original and having original content and being a creator is a challenge. It's something that we all have an innate ability to do. Like, I never used to see myself as a creator, as an artist, as someone that had really any original content or original value to offer. And I realize that I do. Whether it's just something that I can come up with off the cuff or something that I can research and really get into and provide additional value in that concept. But it's just realizing, like, what you say is important, what you think is important. You might think that you just are non-existent to the world. Like, no one cares what you do, why you're here. If you died tomorrow, no one would care. Like, you might think that. But what I want you to think about also, if you really take a step back, what are all the things that if you impact in this world? you probably have a bigger impact than you think you do. So, like I was saying, being original is a challenge, but it is incredibly rewarding. It is incredibly rewarding. Being able to come up with something that is purely 100% yours and that you have your name on, and being able to put that stamp of approval on your piece of work, whatever it is so rewarding. And I don't care if it's something small or something major, like being able to say, I did this, and I did this to the best of my ability, and I don't care if it is the weirdest thing you've ever seen. That is a rewarding and powerful experience. That is something that fuels your soul, that fuels the fire and passion inside of your life to keep you going. I compare it to making a good golf shot. Like I love to golf. I haven't gone much this year, but when I'm golfing, I'm not really that good of a golfer. Like I really am not. If I shoot under 100, I'm okay. But every once in a while, I will have like an approach shot or a putt or something that is just like, it could be on. You could watch it on TV. I could hang with the pros with that shot, And it's that one triumph, that one thing that I did that might have, been out of the ordinary or a weird way to approach something, and I nail that shot. And it's what keeps you coming back. It's what fuels that passion and that fire for, like, this is what I'm going to do, and I'm going to be good at it, So think about this a little bit today. Where in your world are you different? Where are you different from the norm? In what ways are you weird? Other than if you just have a weird personality like I do. What ways and what things are you different and weird in? And how can you apply those to really differentiate yourself and stand out in a sea of boring things? I'm going to talk about that a little bit next, or in the coming days. That's an episode coming up soon. But how can you highlight your differences instead of hiding your differences? Don't bury them deep down. You want to highlight those differences, because there is someone out there in the world that's going to think that whatever you're doing is awesome. Like, it is the coolest thing since sliced bread. But you have to be willing to step out of that comfort zone and step out of that, mental, almost a mental prison of seclusion, and be willing to declare and to step out and be like, this is what I do, and if you don't like it, then sorry, like, this is what fulfills me. So how can you be different? How can you be weird? Are you different? Are you weird? Think about this today, and I would love to hear. I would love to hear how you think you're different and weird. This is a topic, like I said, I could talk all day about, but I'm going to cut that off for the day. Thank you very much again for joining. Really appreciate all you guys' support, and be sure to tune in tomorrow for another great episode. We're gonna stop it there for today, and thank you very much again. My name is Dan Hafner, and this is the Run Your Day podcast. Talk to you tomorrow.
Thank you for listening to the Run Your Day podcast. We hope you enjoyed today's show. If you did, feel free to share today's show with friends and family. Until next time, have a great day.